you're a nice group. Thank you. We're here live at Farmland USA, the newest section of Heritage USA, and we're opening up. Even though we're not totally ready, we've still got a lot of mud around here, and as I look around, the workers are still working, but now almost all the buildings have been completed now here at Farmland USA, and it's an exciting week as we've been having celebration all week long. I'm going to take you on a bit of a tour of the farm and show you what's happening here. And this is the beginning of something very, very special here at Heritage USA as we reach out with love. But right now, to get things started, I've asked some of our down-home singers to sing for us. I tried to find people who I thought just tied in well with the farm here at Heritage USA. And, you know, most of our people are kind of sophisticated, but Bob Johnson, you know, he works in a barn almost every week here at the auction barn, and we're about to build our brand new auction barn here at Farmland, which will be heated and air conditioned and very comfortable. In fact, it will seat 1,500 people, so that's a pretty good-sized barn. And so I found Bob Johnson, and then, of course, wherever he goeth, Jeannie goes, too. So Jeannie Johnson, she's been singing gospel, and she's been singing all over America, and she's done a lot of country singing, believe me, because she's been up in the mountains, she's been out in the country places and those all-day singing on the ground type of things. And then I found a couple other singers. I found Brian, but I don't think he's very country, but he can sing anyhow. But Lee, now Lee Young, I think he qualifies a little bit because he's kind of like Uncle Henry. He's a down-home kind of guy. And so right now, I want to hear some good old gospel country singing to open up this special from Farmland USA. So here's the PTL Country Quartet.
Troublesome times are here, filling men's hearts with fear. Freedom we all hold dear, now is that day. Humbling your heart to God, safe from the shattering rod. Take away till brown trod, missions away. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. We will be there soon. Troubles will soon be found. All the dead shall rise. I can see in the sky, going where no one dies. Heavenward bound, heavenward bound. Troubles will soon be o'er, happy forevermore. When we meet on that shore, free from all care. Rising up in the sky, telling this world goodbye. Homeward we then will fly, glory to share. Coming soon, morning or night or noon. We will be there soon. Troubles will soon be found. All the dead shall rise. I can see in the sky, going where no one dies. Heavenward bound, heavenward bound. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. We will be there soon. Troubles will soon be found. All the dead shall rise. I can see in the sky, going where no one dies. Heavenward bound, heavenward
Hey, they like that kind of singing over there. We're going to be having camp meeting every day in that tent, and the tent is sitting right over here, right alongside of Kevin's house. I think you ought to sing another song. Do you have another one in your repertoire? This is kind of a new group, you know. Let me show you. Can the camera over there shoot up there by the tent so everybody can kind of see where we're located? There's the tent, and then next to the tent is Kevin's house. There's a camera over by the grape arbor. Could shoot that right there, and I could give me a shot right up there and see the relation. There's Kevin's house, and then right next door to Kevin's house is the big tent where we're having camp meetings every day this week at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're going to have a great camp meeting with Amy Cortese, and she's bringing her whole family with her. And right now, come on, can you do another one, Bob, Jeannie, Lee? What? Oh, they're going to change groups, it sounds like. Okay. Well, Vi, what do you think of Farmland? You haven't been out this island before.
Wonderful. No, I haven't been out in the middle of an island for a long time. This is fabulous. I love it. It is so exciting. You know, everyone that's watching from home, they need to come here and experience it, because it is really wonderful. And taking the little ferry boat over.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Really great.
Well, we're on an island, so, you know, this is one spot that we can really sit back and relax and kick up your feet a little bit if you want to, but we got work to do today.
I hope that the partners know how wonderful Amy is, too. You know, she has one of the meatiest messages of any evangelist that I have ever met. Just wonderful.
So it's going to be a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I love Farmland USA, and we hope that many of you will decide to be a part of this exciting part of Heritage USA. I took Tammy Faye on Saturday through the entire farm, and she was just out of her mind. She had never seen it before.
Oh.
I don't even take Tammy to the projects until they're completed. She said she just can't see it. She can't visualize it until it's done. I always take an empty field and I say, now there's going to be this, and we're going to have a building here, and this is going to sit over here, and she'll look like this, and she'll squint, and she'll say, I can't see that, Jim. And, you know, she loves to decorate things after they're done.
Well, I'm with her. It's so exciting to sit here and look all around, just a full circle, and see one thing after another. The barn, and with those animals up there, my, that is so wonderful.
That red barn, we had one of the more famous owners of horses in the world. If I named the company, you would recognize them. They are known for their large horses. And they came and looked through this barn and the livery stable here, and they told Jason, they said, Jason, that is the most beautiful barn. We had all the money in the world to spend, and our barn is not as beautiful as yours. How do you figure that out, you know? How do you explain that? He said, Jesus. And Jason built this barn. That big barn was built mainly with volunteer labor.
You know, that's what I see all around here, is that the barn speaks love. Kevin's house speaks love. That farmhouse that Jason is going to be living in.
He's there. He's in it. They're in it right now.
That is the greatest farmhouse I've ever seen.
That is a country farmhouse. I mean, that house is, with all its stone fireplaces and brick fireplaces, the big open hearth in the kitchen.
It's beautiful.
It is a marvelous place. And the whole place back there, there's a big petting, we call it a petting zoo barn. And that barn is completed. And the animals have all moved in. And you know, in that barn, that must be sort of like Noah's Ark must have been.
It has to be.
Because in that barn, there's a buffalo. There is horses, goats.
We fulfill scripture, too, Jim. They get off their camels.
Camels, yes, they're camels.
Well, and that little donkey that has the bangs.
The donkey.
That is so cute.
Deer. There's deer over there.
Oh.
Tame deer. I mean, these are the tamest deer.
Beautiful.
With their antlers are like fuzzies. What do you call that?
In velvet.
In velvet. and they let you eat right out of they'll eat right out of your hand.
Right.
And they look up at you. Oh, look, there they are on camera. Thank you, Mr. Camera.
Sweet.
Look at those deer.
Great.
The children can come here to Farmland and pet and feed those deer.
Now, the children actually touch
The
them.
children go right in there. Tammy
that
Faye and
is
I were in
exciting.
there with them yesterday. I've been
How
in with them
wonderful.
quite often. And
Oh, look at that.
but the children get to feed these animals. They get to pet them. The ones in the petting zoo are all safe animals to be near. You know, they won't hurt you or anything. And so the farm is very large here. The farm is 1 mile long. I guess, would that be a farm? I guess out
That's
Midwest,
a
that
farm.
rural Messenger probably won't be too big out there, but it's big in this part of the country. And there'll be marvelous fields, the grazing pastures. We're going to actually grow food that will be served right here in the restaurant.
That's exciting.
In fact, I didn't mean to go into this quite yet, but you guys got me talking here. There's right next to where the tent sits, on the empty field right there, right straight across where I'm pointing there, goes the old mill restaurant. The old, what do you call that, Doug Oldham? You're not talking much today. You're supposed to help me.
Come on,
I'm just absorbed and enjoying everything about it. I don't know. I don't remember what we call the restaurant. It will be the Old Mill Restaurant, and featuring chicken and catfish, as I understand, which will be raised here in this lake. And we'll be raising a lot of our own vegetables.
The old grist mill, that's the word I was trying to get in my mind. And that'll fit right here on the lake, right next to the tent, where the tent to the right. And it is a restaurant that will seat several hundred people. It has an upstairs and a downstairs in the restaurant. And it has a water wheel. There's a stream that goes by it. And we've got the foundation in for the church, but which is right next door to the grist mill. And that's wonderful. The church. The foundation's in for the church right now. The church will be coming up out of the ground in the next few days. That's the church where there'll be seminars, workshops, teaching time, weddings.
Will we be done by May 1st?
Wedding.
I have some.
Are you
young
getting
people
married?
No, but I had some kids yesterday said they want to get married in May in the new chapel.
It'll be oh my Lord, that church will be up probably in 30 to 60 days. I'm not fooling around.
Wonderful.
With that.
They'll probably move their wedding.
I mean,
up.
when you got the foundations in, that's the battle around here, getting through the mud stage.
Right. Getting started.
Yeah, once we get it up in the air, we can move with it. No, that church is being built by volunteers. Roe Messner's sort of overseeing it a little bit in case we get in trouble, but he's done the drawings for us, and he's helped me with the foundations. And then, just like the labor of love for these barns and the labor of love for the upper room, this is going to be a special place at Farmland, a special prayer chapel as well as a place for teaching of the Bible. There'll be prayer meeting. In fact, Kevin's adopted daddy, Pastor Whittam, is a minister of the gospel. He will be conducting the midweek prayer and praise service here for all the people at Farmland that would like to go to church on a midweek, more of a country kind of service, down home, not like the big barn, but more a small intimate group there. And so the little church sits right straight across from me on the Kevin's house side, and then this beautiful restaurant. Do we ever get a shot of that restaurant there? It's over here, if you wonder where it is. It's on this easel over here next to Paul. No, that's not it either. That's something we're not supposed to show yet. That's the old Country Inn Farmhouse that's going to be built. There it is, right over there. Maybe it's behind a pole, Paul. Do you think you can get that one? There it is. There's the restaurant. That's coming. This is phase 1 is now completed. These are all in phase 2, which will be built as soon as we can get them up. This is the restaurant. It will probably look a little larger than that. This is the artist rendering of the concept of it. And it will have an actual working water wheel there.
Great.
You know what? We have another mill that's going in right over here behind me. The mill house is, you see that little building right by the water? That's a little mill house. We'll actually be grinding the mill here, the grain and the corn.
Oh, you will?
And people can come here and get stone ground meal.
Oh,
corn meal
exciting, yeah. This is so overwhelming. Just everything is
Are they ready to sing
so
that
wonderful.
song yet? Yeah, I introduced that about 5 minutes ago. I didn't mean to get this deep into Farmland. I tell you,
It's hard to stay out of it.
Yes, it is.
it's fun because Vi has not really been over here that much.
No, I
She's busy with
haven't.
workshop.
That's right.
And it's fun to show. Look at all the people on the sidewalks here. A lot of partners are walking around looking at it too today. And there was a shot over there of the windmill that's going in right now. Did they get the top on that yet? Did you notice? Probably not. Nope.
Now, nobody told me about a windmill.
Yeah, that's the windmill. That will actually pump water. That's going to be next to one of the pumps there. God has blessed us with water here, more ways than one. But we have underground rivers. I think rivers underneath Heritage.
That's right.
And we have tapped into about 7 wells now here that just flow gush with water. So they say, well, we went through the worst drought, and our wells never went dry. Just didn't even think about going dry. We just flowed freely. So it's very, very exciting that God has blessed us with ample water. And, of course, we own our own water supply here, and we own our own sewage treatment plant. So we are pretty well self-supporting here, self-contained at Heritage USA. Well, the PTL singers with Jeannie Johnson, Ron Aldridge, Lee Young, and Brian Keith, this time they sing I'm in This Church. This is a whole different lineup of quartet.
I'm in this church, this glorious church. I've been going a while before I've had a new birth. Some glorious day, gonna sail away. My faith, not by my words, I'm in this church. He was left out. There was no place where he was welcome on this earth. But he had a plan for a house that shall forever stand. It's for the word upon this rock I'll build my church. I'm in this church, this glorious church. I've been going a while before I've had a new birth. Some glorious day, gonna sail away. It's by His grace, not by my words. I'm in this church. I'm in this church, this glorious church. I've been going a while before I've had a new birth. Some glorious day, gonna sail away. It's by His grace, not by my words. I'm in this church. I'm in this church, this glorious church. I've been going a while before I've had a new birth. Some glorious day, gonna sail away. It's by His grace, not by my words. It's by His grace, not by my words. It's by His grace, not by my words. I'm in this
Yeah, we're in this church, the glorious church. Church not made with walls, it's a church. Well, they're going crazy over there. Yeah, it's wonderful. I think they like down-home music.
They lose.
You know what we're doing is we're part of Farmland, part of the new section of Farmland has what we call Heritage Village. 200 shops, 200 beautiful shops from the 1850s to the 1900s. Marvelous, marvelous shops. Shops that will have all types of wonderful things for you to buy and to be a part of. And then there will be 1,000 arts and crafts booths in the county fair section of Farmland USA. And in this whole place, there's on the kind of main street of Old Town, of Heritage Village, there will be an old-fashioned hall where they have music and singing. And we're going to have a lot of good old-fashioned gospel country sounds singing there on the main street of Farmland USA, which we call Heritage Village. Farmland USA is the name for the entire new development here at Heritage USA. And inside of Farmland USA, we have Heritage Farm. And we're sitting at Heritage Farm right now. And that's the place where you can ride horses. You can go horseback riding. You can ride horses and buggies. You'll be able to see the crops in the fields, and you'll be able to go to the petting zoo. You'll be able to stay right here in beautiful bunkhouses and in beautiful, the new units that are being built, the beautiful new country inns. And then, a part of Farmland USA, we have what we call the Heritage Village. And the Heritage Village is the shopping street of Farmland. It's the place where people stroll and shop, and the auction barn will be located just off from the street area there. And so that's a whole section inside. So inside of Farmland, we have 3 sections. Now, I'll tell you, the third one is the Country Fair section. The Country Fair, where there will be the old Ferris wheel and merry-go-round, and the booths and eating, a lot of country eating in that area. And there will be all the festival, just like a country fair would have, only permanent and heated and air conditioned, so we can control all the weather for that area. So Farmland USA is going to be, I think, one of our most wonderful. I think the people are going to love it the most. There'll be sidewalks. Kids and adults in wheelchairs can go right up to the farm. It's all paved. We're making all the hillsides specially graded just so wheelchairs can go down them. We've studied all the grades.
It's already been done. Carolyn Whittam was out here the other day testing the whole thing. I watched her go all the way around the lake and then back up the hill.
Yes. And you'll be able to get into the village, which is right, the parking lot's next to the Crystal Palace. And there will be a depot. But it's not a train depot or a bus depot. It's a buggy depot.
Oh.
And there'll be buggies, just, I don't know how many buggies, as many as we need, to continually be riding people through the farm and down the streets, down through the farm, and beautiful, beautiful, magnificent horses pulling the buggies. So it's a beautiful thing.
This is really great.
Another part of Farmland USA will be, in fact, we hope to start construction on the big red barn retirement buildings. The big red barn retirement buildings. Doug, if you could help me, since Paul left me, there's a picture. This is going to be, these units will be for sale, actually, one day, because people will own their own condominium. And these are, I think, very, very special.
Oh, gorgeous.
Each unit will have its own little garden pasture, little place to plant their own tomatoes and corn or whatever they want. Every unit in their front yard, it looks like a farm field, the big yard in front. We're looking at the one side. The other side is farm fields. And everyone can have a garden. Now, if they don't want a garden, they don't have to do it. They could give it to the person next door to use, and then they could maybe share a little bit of the corn and tomatoes, you know. Don't you think that's a good idea, Pastor Doyle?
Absolutely. And the wholesomeness. You know, this place is so invigorating.
But see, in this concept, a lot of people would like to grow. My father grows tomatoes every year. We've had tomatoes ever since I was born that I know, and he likes to plant them. He has some at Mulberry Village that reach the top of his house, the vines this year. He has a secret. I don't know what it is.
Well, he has a green thumb.
Yeah.
I mean, unquestionably.
But each one of these people that own these little units here at Farmland for retirement, they will have their own little garden spot. And they have elevators in this building. I think, Ro, I think your people did a magnificent job in designing this. You want to come over here and we can share in a little. But I think they've done a magnificent job. Taking the concept of the red barn and making it a place to retire.
Jim, the miracle to me are those things that the Lord lays on your heart. They always meet people's needs. And there is no need greater than that kind of a facility.
Well, that's what Heritage USA. Heritage USA is a place to bless people, to give to people. And it's not here to make money. It's not here. You know, if it is,
I can testify to that.
If it is, we failed. You know, if it's here to make money, we fail. But we're not here to make money. We're here to give out the gospel of Jesus Christ and to be a place that the Bible says that we are to forsake not the assembling of ourselves together, and the more so as that day approaches. You see, when a group of people live in that beautiful barn, I don't know, Ro, we haven't decided how many of those big red barns we're going to build yet. But we've got spaces allotted for several of them.
We have space assigned now for 4 buildings, and there's 26 units in each building.
You know, you and your men have worked with me now for several years. The Lord gives me a concept. I usually tell you about it. You go back, tell your design people. And isn't it amazing how many times they've hit it and you've hit it the first time? Occasionally we have to go back and work on a design a couple more times. But like these red barns and these other things, it just seems like God is in there.
I think so, Jim. The Lord's really working out here at Heritage USA, and He's able to give you the vision, and then you don't realize how well you're able to convey that to me. but you're able to do that.
I think you're working with about 900 other preachers, gave you a honing ability to hone in on what preachers are saying. And I think you have a people vision, though. That's all you've built, basically, is churches and buildings to bless people. And it's a calling. It's not just something you can hire people to do. I've been out here for many, many years trying to get this thing built. And I want to say not very many people in the trades catch that vision, because their main vision is dollars. You don't win if your vision is dollars, do you, Roll?
No, you've got to make it pay, Jim. And but the other thing that we're talking about, you're such a creative genius. You really are, Jim. I've been working with pastors and business people all my life, and you're the most creative person I've ever met. And you're just able to come up with the ideas.
If you build for people and have the vision of people, it works.
Yeah.
And I know, you know, I've worked with you enough. I know your vision is not dollars. God will bless you with the dollars and prosper your ministry and your company if you bless people. But if somebody's goal is just to make money, they're not going to make it. They won't survive. You can't survive just saying, I'm out to make money. If that's your goal, to make money, you won't make it. You have to make money to survive, but you must have a higher goal. And this Heritage USA is a people place. And so we are working together here to build Heritage USA. And let me quickly go through. I haven't been able to finish this tour right here, and we've got to do it quickly. We're running out of time already. Let's take the building that sits right where that white tent over there. The white tent sits there, and we're going to build a building we call the Heritage Grand Mansion. The Heritage Grand Mansion, and everybody's trying to figure out, because actually I haven't told everybody what all it is. I believe it's the one on the, it's already on the easel. It's probably already on this easel is my guess. I'm not sure. All the way to the back. No, it's beyond this one over here then. Behind the bunkhouse. The big one, that's it. The Heritage Grand Mansion. And, no, that's not it. What are we shooting? You're shooting the boarding house. It's this one over here. We got the wrong one. I don't think we can get that one through there, Paul. I think we need to move it to the other easel. Beautiful. There we go. That's beautiful. This is the house that will sit right next door to Kevin's house.
Oh, gorgeous.
This will complement, I think, Kevin's house well. The Heritage Grand Mansion. This will be rooms for people to stay, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that one in just a few moments. We're introducing a new home today. If you'll put that second one there, the Country Inn Farmhouse. This is something I'm really excited about. This is going to be, I think, one of the most beautiful country-style residence or not residence, actually this is like a hotel.
That's right.
But it's a country inn. And it looks like a great big house because the doors to your room are all on the inside. And the windows are on the outside, but the doors are all on the inside. And this will have like not wainscoting, but chair rail. What is the wood below the chair rail called? Is there a name for that? It'll have wood up to chair rail height.
The wainscot paneling.
Yeah, and then it'll be wallpapered on the top. And we're going to use rugged country furniture. These rooms will be just like the Heritage Grand, only done in a country style. We're going to use the more rugged country, gorgeous furniture. It'll hold up real well. And it's not like the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse has bunk beds and all. This will have a room with a full bath and designed of the same layout as the Heritage Grand Tower.
It's the same size room as we have in the Grand.
Yes.
And all the rooms open onto a courtyard.
And it's 2 double beds in each room. That's the most popular request. So the people said we want those double bed rooms. So we're putting 2 double beds in those new rooms. And so that's just a quick overview. The bunkhouse is already up. We'll be opening up for tours. When? When will we be able to run into the tours?
We're putting the furniture in it today, Jim, and we should be done in about 2 more days.
So we'll be able to let people see the sample room over there and go inside the bunkhouse. So the bunkhouse, he's putting furniture in today. Isn't that exciting? The first bunkhouse is done. The second one is under construction right now. And it is really happening here at Heritage USA. And Farmland USA is just absolutely coming together. Phase 1 is already completed.
That's our new
Park,
airport.
I hear an
That's our new
airplane.
airport, too.
You know what they've done to us during this Christmas City time? They have put almost every airplane over this place to see the lights at night.
It's no wonder, because it is so beautiful.
I just got the a total of people that have visited Heritage USA since Christmas City opened. We have had 440,000 visitors in the last few days.
Now that's within just 20-something days.
Yes, that's since November 3rd.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, we had 44,500 people here Saturday for our big festival.
Wow.
So the traffic was back to the interstate. In fact, it went down the interstate at one time, which is 6 miles bumper-to-bumper traffic in and out of Heritage USA. So the festival is on. I hope you've made plans to get here. The festival runs through next Sunday, and it is exciting. Booths everywhere. It is just the most beautiful thing you ever want to see.
And buys of a lifetime, I can attest to that.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The auction thing, I don't have a microphone, but things are going well at the auction.
You don't have a microphone.
Sorry.
What happened to it? You lose your
Rose
microphone?
got it.
Oh, all right. We only got one. This
Well,
is
I just
really low budget.
Well, it's a low-budget show, and we hope after telethon we can afford 2 microphones. But the auctions yesterday, the bargains were unbelievable at the auction
They
yesterday.
were. They were.
And the craft show.
There's the auction going on right now. There's Eddie Advito. Ooh, can't even talk today, Spy. You know his name, don't you?
Yes, I know his name.
All right. And you got a microphone?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Bye. You talk for a while.
I took home the biggest box of goodies. That silver is the best buy I've ever seen in my life. So I had to have a piece of almost everything there.
You know, all this beautiful Oneida stuff.
Oh.
It's on there, truckloads of it.
Oh, what's the Italian pottery that's so famous, so popular?
Capitamani.
Capitamani is selling
Tons of it.
dirt
Yeah.
cheap. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes, it
They're
is.
giving it away.
Actually below
Oh, it is.
wholesale right
They
now.
sold,
It's been going below our price.
$250 mere hand-signed Capitamani. Beautiful, huge piece. They sold a $250 Capitamani brand new piece for $90.
Yeah. And it's been going like that
My daughter
ever since we opened.
My daughter bought, she was at the auction, she said, my kids love this thing. And the county fair opens tonight, the Midway, or it opens right now. In fact, it
Open
opens
11
today.
o'clock.
Open today.
Now, they have a glass floor that's doing this right on the premises.
Yeah.
That is really
I was
exciting
telling
to
you
watch.
about well, I don't know, somebody call it a dessert set, you know, it's Oneida.
Uh-huh.
Dessert set, and it's purple. My daughter's favorite color is lavenders and purples. And so she bid on the thing and bought one of them at the auction. And she didn't know her mother and I had already bought her one for Christmas.
Oh.
So don't tell her, because she's going to get another
I
one.
wonder if Oneida has anything left. I think you brought it all here.
Oh, we bought by the truckloads.
Oh, the
Oneida Company has
candelabras
been
are
so kind to us, and they're just letting us have it at an unbelievable thing what they've done for PTL. And we'll just keep running trucks to their factories and bringing it here, because
What a place to get Christmas gifts.
oh yeah. In fact, they've got a bunch of, I was going to say brownies. What do you call those ladies? Are they brownies or good fairies that are wrapping gifts there?
Oh,
What do you
yes.
call those?
It's a family from here in town,
Yeah.
mother and her daughters.
But
and
aren't they
son.
dressed up like elves?
They're dressed up like elves, and they're
Well,
wrapping packages,
gift
so you can
wrap
do the whole
pages.
thing. You just
So you can
drop
buy
it
your
off.
gifts and have your packages
Yeah,
wrapped.
take it
You ought
home.
to
and
bring your
Christmas-
packages
Christmas
here and
is
have
ready.
them.
And they have wonderful jewelry. Just wonderful.
Yeah. Tammy and I went. That's why Tammy's not here today. She overdid it, and I already confessed once, but I shouldn't. We let her have chocolate and she's been off chocolate for months, and the doctor said she could never have it again, and caffeine, anything with caffeine in it. And she had a very serious attack Saturday night, and so she wanted to be here, and I made her stay home. But we went to every booth. We went to the whole. We had a ball, but it's a little nerve-wracking when you're Jim and Tammy trying to go through those big crowds, and it's in the Hall of Faith. There's tables and all over the place. It's just we put craft booths everywhere we could touch them, you know. But it is absolutely a marvelous festival, and it's already raised for Fort Hope. I have the figures here somewhere. but it's already raised $34,654 towards the next building.
That is great.
And anybody else has a little more room on the third floor for a few more craft booths. If anyone else wants to still sign up, you can still come because we've still got quite a few days, 7 days left. We've got all the way through next week. And I don't know any place where you would have the kind of people. I mean, 44,000 people came in one day to this thing. So, you know, we got a tent outside if you want to bring anything. I said you could bring anything, and I mean, they brought buggies to sell. They brought furniture, everything you can think of, everything but the kitchen sink. And so this thing goes through this Sunday, and it runs from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. daily, and then on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're going to go from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. during the holiday time. And so space is available if you still want to come. We've had somewhere around 500 arts and craft booths are here already. Main Street, you can see just full of it. Just full of the stuff. Auctions every day. We have 3 auctions a day at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 9 o'clock at night. So throughout the day, after camp meeting, you can go during the time here. And then we have mini concerts in the barn in between the auctions at 3, 4, 5, and 8. We have concerts going on. Then we have the great Allen Organ concerts they're just mini concerts. So we have one at 12:30, 3:30, 6:30, and 8:30. So there's something going on at all times there in the barn auditorium. So you ought to drop by and see it right away. During the weeknights, it'd be a good time to get in. And then, of course, next Sunday we're having a big Thanksgiving rally in the amphitheater. Unless it pours rain, we're going to have it there. We'll bundle up if it's cold. So we want to have this special Thanksgiving amphitheater service next Sunday at 10:30. And then, of course, camp meetings here in the tent at 3 o'clock every afternoon. Walking tours here at Farmland from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily, and then on Sunday from 1 to 4 during this time. And seminars at 9 o'clock in the morning, and special seminars at night at 7 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. in the upper room. And then we're starting the Fort Hope Midway, the country fair today, and it will run from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. daily, Monday through Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we'll have all the rides and things going on 10 a.m. to 11 at night, and Sunday 1 p.m. to 11. And we hope a lot of people will come and ride the rides at the old country Midway here. And then we have dinner theater every night. We have a different dinner theater every single night of the week. And Thanksgiving buffet on Thanksgiving Day. The Living Nativity starts Thanksgiving night, and it goes from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night. It runs about 20 minutes long. Live animals, a beautiful, living, live, the story of Christ, the story of Christmas there in the amphitheater, and it's free.
It's all new this year as well. Brand new.
Is it?
Last year, I didn't think they could top last year, but I think they've done it. I just feel like they've edged it a little bit.
And then, of course, the Electric Light Parade on Lake Heritage every night from 7 to 10 p.m. There's so much going on here. I couldn't give all these announcements today, but we hope you'll come and celebrate with us here at Heritage USA. We're celebrating the grand opening of Farmland USA. And we almost call it Mudville, but we're going to get rid of all the mud. You give us about a week of dry weather, and you won't know this place. And it's already looking good. You know, considering everything, you know, I think it's already looking good, don't you?
You know, Jim, I think Farmland USA is going to be the best thing we have at PTL.
I do, too.
The last few days I've been walking around the farm here talking to the partners and the kids and everybody that's coming and looking at the animals and everything, and they just love this place.
Well, everybody's told me, we've run surveys, and we've asked them, what do you want to do at Heritage USA? Right. You know what they say? We want to walk around.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you'd think it would be they want to go to a TV show, or they want to ride a horse, or they want to go shopping, or they want to stay in the Grand. They said, we like to go someplace where we feel safe to walk around and just be free to browse and be ourselves. And that's why they come. To fellowship with other Christians.
The evidence is here. Look at what they're doing today.
They're browsing.
That's right.
Proving that.
One of our exercises in the workshop, in the women's workshop, is have the ladies take a 20-minute walk
Yes.
and just listen to what the Lord has to say to them. And just walking in this atmosphere, they come back with some of the greatest ministry stories that I've ever heard. It is just really fabulous.
Well, I'm going to do it again, folks. We started the Lifetime Membership Club. This could very well be the last club for lifetime that we ever offer. It looks like it's very possibility that we're running out of land, first of all. Most of the land is now earmarked for a development here at Heritage USA. So if you want to be a part of this is something you need to pray about and do it. We had the lifetime memberships in the Grand. They're gone. We offered the Silver Club. They're gone. We offered the Tower Club.
That's right.
And
They're
gone. And we offered the Family Heritage Club. They're gone. You know, everything is spoken for. And as fast as we can build them, as fast as we can put it up here, it's all spoken for. It's all gone. Because it's something that money can't buy.
That's right.
First of all, you can't buy this heritage. You can't buy this Christian atmosphere. You can't buy the presence of the Holy Spirit. And you put all of this together, and if it was a great resort, this is 4 square miles, Heritage USA. And if you could buy into a place like this that was a worldly place, you know what, first of all, they couldn't do what we're doing. But you'd have to pay, you know, $20,000 to do what these people have done in lifetime membership. You know, most people wouldn't do it. They just couldn't possibly do it. Well, we're opening what could be the very final lifetime membership here.
That's right.
But we're a people place, and we've tried to come up with the different clubs, and we're starting today what we call the 1100 Club. This is our annual telethon. If you don't know what we're doing, I'll tell you right from the start. This is our telethon time where we're asking people to become partners with us for 1987. And if you'd like to be a partner, we want you to call, we want you to write to be a part of this. But today we're opening, I think, the greatest club we have ever offered.
Right.
Now, these clubs could be gone. Now, I told you before, the Family Heritage Club, I thought it would go fast. It's gone. I thought it would go, you know, perhaps even in a week or two, the way it did. And it went in just a few weeks.
That's right.
It went so fast that Brother Dort told me it was up, and we almost had a fight over that, didn't we, Brother Dort? I said, no, it can't be up. I just got started with
You were
this thing.
using figures, you know, that maybe we've used 25%, and I stopped you on the air, and I said, no, Jim, it's 60, 70% that's gone. And then another time, and that's how fast these things go. The people need to recognize that when you make these offers and tell them what to get in on, you're sincere, you mean it.
You know, Ro, you know this to be true. Everyone in the world, anyway, they used to do this. I don't know if they do it as much anymore, but in the world, they promise things. Sure. You know, they say, we're going to build this here, we're going to develop this part, and the amenities many times will come last. Well, good builders do the amenities first. Right. Don't you think? And amenities mean the pools and the thing. Well, here at Farmland, we have built, and we are building, the amenities, you might say. We have built the lake. We have built all of these things you see around here first. And now, of course, the first lodge is up, and the big bunkhouse is up. The second one's going up right now. We just keep putting them up in line now as we go along. And we've put in the promises have already been made. The promises are already here. The promises are already built.
Right.
And so all we have to do is find out how many people want to join. And in this new 1100 Club, we call it, and those who will join the 1100 Club, we will build your lodging place for you. And the 1100 Club, I think, is the most exciting, the most vast club we've ever offered. Now, if we can get them in line over here as we go down through here, we're going to give you in the 1100 Club something that we've never offered before. Never. And of course, it's your privilege to be a part of this glorious country place. But you know, the country place, if I could show you the new auditorium first. I don't know, am I lit over here? Is it dark over here? Let me have the Crystal Palace first of all. If I could do that. Where's the Crystal Palace? Let me quickly do that. We talk about this as the country place. One of these days I'm going to have to get a chart and actually show you where all this lays.
Right.
But the farmland is across the parking lot, if I can put it that way, from this new building that will be going up, the Lord willing. This is our 30,000-seat ministry center, a place for workshops, a place for seminars. Our new 5,000-seat Jim and Tammy Show auditorium will be in there. We have a 12,000 great church hall and concert hall, another 18,000-seat hall in there, exhibition space, a place for all the great Christian meetings of the world here at the new ministry center. Well, if you want to know where Farmland is across the parking lot. There'll be 7,000 parking spaces between this building and Farmland. So you can park and visit either direction. But it means it's going to be a buggy ride or a tram ride. If you want to ride one of the vehicles that'll circle the outer perimeter of the farm to Farmland USA. And if you want to be a lifetime member or you'd like to have another extra membership, you need to get on your telephone and call today and say, I'm going to be a part of this. You will have a choice at Farmland USA of staying in the brand new Country Inn Farmhouse, I call it. This is a beautiful place to stay. This is on the country style, and they're built fairly intimate. Ro, do you have any idea how many rooms are in that building? I can't remember.
There's 30 rooms, Jim.
30 rooms, 30 hotel rooms, you might want to say, in that Country Farm Inn. Now, you have a choice. If you become a 1100 Club member, you may stay every year the rest of your life for 4 days and 3 nights in this beautiful Country Inn Farmhouse. Or we will build, if you want, we will let you choose to stay in the bunkhouse, which already are going up. We're going to build a few more bunkhouses for the 1100 Club. You will be able to have a room that sleeps 6 people for 4 days and 3 nights. Now, you have not only your choice here of the bunkhouse, your choice of the Country Inn Farmhouse, but we're also building the Heritage Grand Mansion, I call it, or the 1100 Club Clubhouse. This building is only for 1100 Club members. There are beautiful, gorgeous Victorian bedrooms that you may stay in if you're lucky enough to get a reservation in the Heritage Grand Mansion. And that building will sit right next to Kevin's house, about where that white tent up there is sitting. This will be the 1100 Club, we call it the 1100 Club Clubhouse. It's the fellowship place, but there's also bedrooms. There's elevators going in, but there's bedrooms on the 2nd and 3rd floors. It's like a big old Victorian hotel mansion. The main floor is the fellowship house for the 1100 Club members. A place at the farm for you to light, a place to sit, a place to talk. There is 2 huge, I call them living rooms. Maybe one would be a parlor and one would be the living room. But they have big, huge fireplaces. See this chimney right here? And there's one on the other side. Beautiful big fireplaces, huge, all beautifully decorated, as you know we do here at Heritage USA. Right. But this is the fellowship center. God's word said, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together. And the more so as you see that day approach. Now, this house will also have a place where you can sit around and eat. We got a little dining, what do you call that, Ro? What do we call that? A little snack place, you know?
Snack bar.
And it's a little place in a separate room in the back part of the house. So you have 2 big living rooms and a place to have coffee and tea, and there'll be a computer terminal there. If you have any problems with your memberships or you need any help, you can get all your information right there from the 1100 Club Clubhouse. This is the central location for you. Now, not only that, we are building right here at the farm what I call it Country Club Camping, an exclusive camp section of 200 camping sites just for 1100 Club members to stay a whole week, 7 days and 6 nights, every year the rest of your life. And the thing about this, in the 1100 Club, you can choose to stay here, you can choose to stay in the bunkhouses, you can choose to stay in what happened to my other pieces here? You can choose to stay in the beautiful country farm house. See, 1 year you could stay here as a 1100 Club member. The next year, you might get a reservation in the Heritage Grand Mansion. The next year, the bunkhouse. You want to take your grandkids or your kids or neighbors with you. You got 6 people that can stay there. Or you may want to pull a tent the next year. Beautiful. Pull a tent. You don't pull tents, do you? Pull a camper, a trailer, or stay in a tent. But this is going to be the campground for the 1100 Club members. Will be one of the most beautiful campgrounds in America. You'll have your own clubhouse, swimming pool, whirlpool. You'll have your own private area, paved campsite for your trailers. You'll have water, sewer hookup, and complete, elaborate, I call it the Country Club camping. Since this is country, so I call it the Country Club. It sounds a little classy, doesn't it? Yeah. Country Club camping, because it'll be camping with sites that are all paved with brick paver look. It will have shrubbery and trees all around there. And you 1100 Club members will have the most exciting variety. I've never offered anything like this, and of course, this will never be offered again, and we're running out of space. This will be the last campsite ever built at Heritage USA. There is no more allotted space for camping. So the 1100 Club campsite is the last of that. And so if you'd like to be a member, be sure to let me know today. Now, I'm going down this line of benefits, so help me out here, folks. This is such a big club, the 1100 Club. Now, when you join the 1100 Club, you give to PTL a gift of $1,100, $1,100 gift. And you stay for 4 days and 3 nights in one of those lodging facilities that I've mentioned to you, the 3 lodging facilities. The bunkhouse, the country farm house, the Heritage Grand Mansion, or 7 days and 6 nights at the 1100 Club exclusive campsite.
Which is some of the prettiest land we have.
Yes, it's the most beautiful land in the world. And then you have, while you're here, for you and your party, and if you have friends, you take a bunkhouse and you get 1100 Club passes like this for your group that are with you, registered in your room or in your camper. And they get free, beautiful Heritage Island, that most beautiful park, water park in the world.
Everybody that's with you?
Everybody who's in your room or in your camper, you get up to 6 people, because we sleep up to 6 people, see?
Yeah.
So you get to bring them with you. You get to ride the antique car ride, free while you're here, as many times as you want. The carousel, horseshoes, shuffleboard, tennis facilities. You get free tickets to the passion play while you're here. You get the swimming pools, the miniature golf, the paddle boats, plus buy a workshop free every year for the rest of your life. And that's valued at what?
$300.
$300 a year.
Yes.
In workshop, which could save you $1 million in lawyer's fees if you got divorced.
That's right. Or
depending how rich you were.
Yeah.
You know, and you get that every year. And you'd only need to use that, well, if you use it 5 years, you can say $300?
Yes.
For 2?
Mm-hmm.
So 300 times 5 is $1,500. Just in the workshop, if you came 5 times, you would have more than your gift of PTL back. Mm-hmm. Think of that. And you get your 1100 Club membership card that you will carry, and then you can come and get, this is a little bigger than the usual one, but you get a membership card. If you come, you want an ID card for you and your family, you can have that. So you have this unbelievable, unrepeatable blessing if you join the 1100 Club today. And this is how we build all this. This is how we stay on the air, is when people give. This is how we support missions. This is how we build Kevin's house, is when we stand together. Right. And we're in a telethon. Now, what we're building is we're building for you. You say, why do you give so much back? Because that's God's plan. That's God's way. And then if you get blessed as a monthly partner, I mean, as a 1100 Club member or a lifetime member, most all the lifetime members become monthly givers. And so that's how we stay together. And we've got a group of people here that we feel, as Pastor Dorch told me today, he said, these are the people that God has given us to shepherd. We must take care of these lifetime because we're responsible to bless them and to help them and to make a place where they can be encouraged. Isn't that right?
I believe that, Jim, that God's given you that responsibility, and all of us share in that.
Well, let me tell you this. Not only do you get all of these things, I mean, the lodging in that clubhouse, a room in that house, to rent a room in that Heritage Grand Mansion, my guess is that one night would be minimum of $250 a night in a resort with that kind of facility.
True.
I mean, that is going to be the finest.
You know, I've been critiquing hotels, and for that quality, 250 probably is a conservative figure.
You'd almost use up what would be normal, your $1,100. You know, one of the cameras called during our last telethon, and he was staying at a hotel in Florida with his children, and he said, "Dear Lord," he said, "you're offering what I'm paying, you're offering for every year the rest of your life. I'm paying that for one visit.
Vacation,
One visit. You get this the rest of your life." Not only that, in the 1100 Club, you get a whole book of coupons valued over $1,100. Wow. Coupon. There's one coupon on here. Ro Messner's put one in here. Ro, I got it right here. If you buy a home at Heritage USA from Ro Messner, one of the villages of the world, he will give you $1,000 credit towards the purchase of that condominium.
Oh, my.
The 1100 Club members get, that's $1,000 back right there, plus coupons at all kinds, the airlines, hotels all over the world, and you get all of this. You get not only the lifetime membership, you get over $1,500 worth of coupons back. Isn't that unbelievable?
Incredible.
So,
It really is.
how do you do it? I don't know.
All now.
We do it because we love the Lord.
Right.
But call 1-704-554-6000 and be sure to call in Canada also. And say, "Jim, I will be a 1100 Club member. I want to be a part of this probably final lifetime membership and help us stay on the air." God loves you. He really does. Bye-bye for today.
We're glad you joined us for Jim and Tammy. Stay tuned for the independent news coming up next here on WGCB TV 49.